everyone, it's Javia and let's talk. It's Javia from JKB and welcome to J Love Nation. So first off, I want to give a huge apology to our fans who have been subscribing to this channel ever since June 2017. I want to give a huge apology because I haven't been able to post videos as much as I should be, and the reason why I haven't been able to post videos is because by the time we made our YouTube channel, it was the end of junior year, and I was trying to keep focused and all that for my senior year. And then when senior year started, I wanted to finish off my senior year first and be more focused with my senior year and just have a better understanding and just graduate. But now I have finished that, and soon I'll be starting college. Today's video is going to be about what I've learned in high school, and also advice to those who are about to start high school or trying to finish up high school, but just a little bit of advice from someone who just recently graduated. Experience wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best, because high school is like a ride of emotions, like a roller coaster of emotions. Believe me. So my 9th grade year, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make all the friends, I'm gonna do all that jazz and do all this cool stuff. At my school, I didn't have sports because I went to an art school, and it was like, yeah, it's gonna be like Victoria. My school was nothing like that. When I went for 9th grade year, I went for, my major was chorus, and I met so many people for chorus, and actually met 2 of my friends actually in the audition process. And I've never like met them like before my audition process, but I actually met them like during my audition process, and we became great friends and all that. And when we actually were given our classes, I started in concert choir, and concert choir was like it was a class that had like 3 guys and the rest were like female because not a lot of guys really like tried out for chorus, or they were in chamber choir, which is like the highest choir out of the entire school that we had. But like, yeah, it was like the experience of being in there was so much different than you thought it would be, because there's actually going to be people who are better than you in your opinion, or you kind of just beat yourself down because like you're like, wow, I don't sound like her, or I don't have a mature voice like her. So it was kind of different in my aspect of being in an art school. My 9th grade year was that I also juggled being in a relationship. I actually didn't start my relationship until March, and we got out in June, but juggling a relationship to 9th grade year up until, well, I graduated and still in a relationship with him even after we finished graduating. But it was a roller coaster also of emotions, because you're like, it's a lot, because there would be times where you don't have classes with him and you don't see him as often, but you have to make time to see him and all that. 10th grade year was not horrible, but it wasn't my best year. One thing that I didn't like about my 10th grade year was the teachers that I had. Well, one of my teachers, who was so rude and so snobby, and like, even though I like tried my hardest to keep to be like nice and respectful, it's just like every time I do something, she just has like an attitude with it. And I know we all have our bad days, and I understand that, so I just learned to just brush it off and continue. Another bad thing that happened in my 10th grade year was, I'm not going to say the person's name, but I'm going to call them A. And we didn't have the best connection. Well, we used to be like best of friends and great friends, and then they just stopped talking to me. And when I asked, hey, like, did I do something wrong or something, she would ignore me. So I asked my boyfriend, like, hey, can you ask her what's wrong? Like, what did I do wrong? And she told my boyfriend but didn't want to tell me. And the stuff that she said was, you're loud and you're full of yourself and other things like that. And I was like, where's this coming from? Because like, we were great friends. Like, what did I do wrong? And I was like, okay, well, if you don't want to be friends with me, I understand that. And I just moved on. 11th grade experience wasn't the worst, nor was it the best. one thing that was great about my 11th grade experience would be how I had the opportunity to go to prom. Prom was a lot of fun, and if you have the opportunity to go to your prom, I highly encourage you to go, because it's like a night that you get to spend with your friends. Finally, my 12th grade experience was fantastic. I had the opportunity to get all my work done, got an opportunity to finish my senior project, had the opportunity to finish everything that I needed to finish in order to graduate. And then not only is that, I went to my senior prom, and senior prom was the most fun that I've ever had. I had the opportunity to spend more time with my friends, because when I went to my 11th grade prom, not a lot of my friends went because they wanted to go for their senior year, but I went anyways for my junior prom and senior prom. And senior prom was fantastic. The food was good, the dancing was good, the night was right for like a fun night, and yeah. First advice for starting high school is, one, it's not going to be what you always expected, because things are always going to change. And the reason why I say this is because when I started my school, I thought it was going to be cool, and it was going to be a cool art school like the shows. It's nothing like what you see on TV. It's something that you kind of have to live, like you live yourself to see what it's like. Piece of advice would be that the people that you become friends with in the beginning of the year are not necessarily going to be the friends that you're going to have at the end of the year, because there are going to be people who just cut you off for some reason, and if they cut you off for no reason, you can always ask why, and if they choose not to give you an answer, just shake it off and move on, because you know who your real friends are when you finish the high school year. Piece of advice is to love yourself. And the reason why I'm saying this is, when you go to high school, you see others in relationships, but I always tell myself and also tell my friends is, before you fall in love with someone else, always love yourself beforehand, because no one's going to love you as much as you love yourself, or no one's going to love you the way you love yourself. Last piece of advice would be to always be yourself. No one in this world is ever going to be like you, and you should always be yourself, because when you're yourself, you know what's right for you, and you know how to be you, you know how to love you, and you know how to accept you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye!